how to raise your prices. Where should you price your offering? Where should you price your services? And this is something that comes up all the time because people aren't, they're always worried. Is it too expensive? Am I too cheap? Will people pay me for this? I've just started. Are there, maybe they'll think I'm I'm too arrogant by charging too much. So when it comes to actually setting the price, Gary Vee actually has some really good advice on this. He says, just play chicken, yeah? So just go for it, you set a price, and if they accept it, then, keep lifting it up and up. So over the last 2 years, actually, this is something I did. Oh yeah, well, we'll see here, 500, 700, 1,000, 1,200, 2,000, 3,000, and you just keep going up in terms of my singing. That's something we did because I was always, not too sure, looked around, saw what everyone else is doing, and I was like, oh man, we're way more expensive than other people. But, if people will pay for it, then so be it. But they won't pay for it unless you ask. So you have to set your price first. And then there's a good rule of thumb that's often quoted, which is start how you intend on finishing. Start how you intend on finishing. So my old mentors used to tell me, do you want to be the Kmart or the Gucci? You can't be both at the same time. Yeah. Kmart is for everybody and it's cheaper. And Gucci is for a certain set of people and it's much more expensive, but you can't be both at the same time. So you have to decide, are you going to do a lower price, you're going to do less money, less expensive for more people, or are you going to do more expensive for less people? And that's something that you have to work out for yourself. But start how you intend on finishing. And so I just want to tell you a story about my first client. This was a few years ago, back when I had nothing, absolutely nothing, zero. At this point, I think I was still sleeping on my auntie's couch. And I got this meeting, so I dressed up, suit, shaved, had a tie, everything. I looked amazing, and I get in there, and you have to remember I had $0, nothing going for me. And they're like, okay, this is what I want, this is the problem that I have, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I can fix that. And they're like, you can? I'm like, yep. And they're like, okay, so how's this gonna work? And I'm like, I'm not gonna work Monday or Friday. I'm only gonna be one day. I can do a whole lot, but only in that one day, because Monday or Friday I want to take, a longer weekend, and if that wasn't enough, the balls that you have to say something like that when you have $0, no job, no money, no nothing. And they're like, okay. And then they said, so what's the price? What kind of price are we looking at? I looked them dead in the face and I said, 20K. And they said, oh. I said, no, listen, this is how it works. I give you a price that you don't like, you give me a price that I don't like, and somewhere in between we end up with a price that we both don't like, but that we can live with. And I said, so what's your price? And they said 8. I said, make it 10, and we both have a deal. So that was it. That was my first 10K client, and so you can do it, You can absolutely do it. You can absolutely raise your price. And people might say it's expensive, but okay, maybe it is. But, it's most likely not. It's just probably not for them. If they say it's expensive and they don't want to pay that much, they say, it's just not for you. And that's the mindset you have to have going into it and thinking about price. But remember, start how you intend to finish.